Guys, Alyssa Hyatt ends up getting confronted by a journalist.
Hello. Any comment?
Why are you running? Why are you running?
99% sure that Dejanea is not arrested, and I'm going to explain why with the professionals' opinions. It's very important that you listen to this because I don't think it's good to walk around with misinformation, especially when people like this really need to be behind bars. As you guys know, the Cabo 6 has basically gone back to America, and from the sounds of it, from what we thought were in hiding. But I guess Alyssa Hyatt had the balls to be like, you know what, I wasn't in the tape. She's just living her happy, go normal life, and she's working. There's been a lot of sources going around, going to the journalist, going to NCB, telling that Alyssa Hyatt works at this hospital. Sorry, my bad. It's a medical clinic that she was working at. This is all over the internet, so she probably doesn't work there now after the journalist appeared. Shout out to WBTV. They're the ones who actually went to the location of where she works. So basically, in a short run, someone that works at that hospital, from the sounds of it, contacted them and let them know when Alyssa Hyatt was actually getting off work. And while she was getting her work, they were in the car sitting, getting ready to ask her the question. And this is what went down.
Just hit me off to where one of those friends on their trip with Shanquella could be, Molly. And yes, we spoke quickly, but our goal was simply to ask what happened to Shanquella Robinson.
I then approached her, and again, we're blurring her face because no charges have been filed. This is how our conversation went.
Hi, I work for WBTV. We're just trying to figure out what happened to Shanquella. Any comment?
It is really interesting how this news is covering her face, and I'm just like, why? Why are they hiding her face for? Maybe a liability thing. They don't want to be somewhat in trouble for putting her face out there. I'm okay with it. I'm not American, so I'm pretty sure I can't get touched by their law. But anyway, I have no problem showing their face, and I know it's not going to affect me.
She closed her car door and then drove off without answering anything.
And
what a coward, and how disgusting how this person can help cover up of someone or people taking someone's life away and just live like nothing happened and not even give like some type of closure to the family. It is so self-centered, it is so selfish, it is so evil. Shout out to the reporters though for really going out there and confronting her about this situation. Again, I still don't know why they blurred her face, because you could even tell that she was wearing a mask. Okay, so let's go into Dejanea and why I think 99% she is not obtained by the authorities. As you guys know, in Mexico, the PGJE issued an arrest warrant against Shanquella Robinson for a femicide. Of course, they never mentioned the name. We are all assuming is Dejanea. But at the end of the day, they could have potential other evidence to prove that it was someone else. I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure we all know that it's Dejanea. So the BGJE and BCS confirmed that there was an arrest for femicide on Shanquella Robinson, and the red file is being generated so that the Interpol can begin their location, arrest, extraction.
So once an arrest warrant was issued by Mexico, then what happens is Mexican authorities are going to reach out to, through the State Department. And essentially, they're going to forward all the information they have in hopes of getting extraterritorial arrest authority. So basically, to extradite this U.S. citizen from the United States back to Mexico to answer for this crime. Now, thankfully, Mexico and the U.S., we do have an extradition treaty. And so by 18 U.S.C. 3184, not to get into all the legal mumbo jumbo, but she can be extradited. But from there, it goes to DOJ, the Department of Justice, who then will make a determination regarding all the documents they've received, that probable cause, and then issue an arrest warrant. From there, it would go to law enforcement, the FBI, and the FBI has opened a case, which is a very key component of this. That tells me that there's already been all this communication that has taken place, and the Bureau is ready to arrest, potentially, as soon as they get the arrest warrant. She would have been arrested. I think people would have noticed that, you know, wherever she's living, residing. I also think that authorities would contact the parents of Shanquella to say, listen, we've made an arrest in your case. And they would have, she would be housed here in the United States initially, prior to being, transported back to Mexico.
And she doesn't think that Gerado was lying, but more so,
This is not an out-and-out lie of any sort, but perhaps a misunderstanding of what truly happened. Now, could she be in custody? It's possible. I never say it's not possible. Some people have very good sources, and maybe it's just been missed by all other media outlets, by all of her family and friends.
Now, a former judge and
now criminal defense attorney, right?
Yes.
made it clear that this is not going to be like a quick process.
Your viewers, anybody watching this, understand this is not going to be a quick process. It's going to be complicated on the extradition side, and it's going to be complicated once that process is complete in terms of what actually happens in Mexico, because it's a completely different system of law.
So I actually went to the justice.gov American website, right? Now it says here, extraditions of persons located abroad can take many months or even years to complete. The United States works with the foreign authorities to locate wanted person and then to request the extradition of that person. So it says it could take months. It could even take years to extradite Dejanea. Yolanda also said this.
She has to appear in front of a magistrate judge within a certain amount of time. That's a matter of public record. So I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned if this one person is giving out all this information and none of it's been verified.
So both professionals had some really good points. Like, this hasn't been verified. There's a lot of things that haven't been verified. For example, the case, Gerado said, according to his police sources, said that $17,000 was missing from the luggage. And none of it is ever corrected either or explained more detail on. So it's like he just pulls this out of thin air, right? So some things have been verified. For example, the doctor. The doctor does exist. I think you guys do need to know this because a lot of us has been taking his word for it, and it's very important for us to do our own research and look into things and have things being verified. Is there actual evidence of certain things? And I definitely think that Dejanea is not arrested. Anyway, check out this video that I first made on the Shanquella situation, explaining everything, breaking everything down. I think a lot of you guys will appreciate that video. And subscribe with notifications so you guys can keep updated.
Don't start. Thank you for the
on deck. Man, I'm out here in Cabo.
You aggravating.